we opened Nikki's Lotions LLC. Well, Nikki's Lotions did $100,000 in 5 days. And Square kicked us off for that. They're like, yeah, there's no fucking way, dude.
All right, we're here with Dan, and I know your last name, but
Hentschke.
Hentschke.
There you go.
Hentschke.
I was on your payroll, bro.
I do remember writing a few checks back when you were, what, 17?
No, that was Lamar. You didn't write me a check.
I know. 16 or 17?
No, I was 21 working for you. 2021. 2005.
2005, you came into the store and started answering the phones, helping customers sell window tint.
Yep. And then I took over the South Boulevard store.
Did you ever learn anything from me?
Oh, yeah.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
No shit.
You're a marketing genius, brother.
What?
Oh, yeah.
You're just full of shit.
I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. Lightning Mike's was known everywhere. And, dude, the commercials
Oh, they were
were
funny.
fire.
They were funny.
Yeah.
They're still relevant today. They're still relevant today.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
We're tinting.
We're tinting. That was so funny, man. There was a guy in Charlotte, what was it called? Courtesy Auto Sales?
Apple.
Oh, Apple?
Apple Auto Sales.
That was We're Healing.
Yeah.
That was We're Healing.
Okay.
It was We're Dealing with Spot. Had the little dog on.
Oh, yeah.
Curtis,
That's when you
was
knew
it
he
Curtis? I
doing
think it
drugs.
was called Curtis. Yeah, I think it was.
Dog was in the commercial.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Spot was there. It means come on by.
Yeah.
That's funny. So yeah, you came out when you were 20. What was your first job? Like your very first job, like out of high school?
My very first job was bagging groceries at Winn-Dixie.
Really? Winn-Dixie. Where'd those stores go?
Back to Florida.
Back to Florida. So
just
you went
gone.
from Winn-Dixie to where?
Winn-Dixie, Target. Worked in Target for a little bit, and then I worked at a sandwich shop called Roly Poly
Really?
for a couple of years in high school.
Cool. Roly Poly. What did you serve there?
Like rolled sandwiches. They were all on tortillas. That was like the
Right on. Where'd
the
you go to
hype
high
back
school?
then. Providence High School.
Providence High School. Graduated when?
03.
2003. And then, God, so you sold, how long did you work for me? A year? 2 years? 3 years?
No, longer than that.
4 years?
Like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah?
Yeah, because, I worked for you until you sold out to Mark.
Oh, that's right. That's
I
right.
worked for his dumbass. So.
Yeah, I know. Poor Mark. It's all good. It's a tragedy what happened to him, man, because he's actually a decent guy. I like him a lot. He just he didn't really use me as a resource like he should. You know, he bought the place and then kind of kicked me to the curb, and it was like, bro, you really should have kept me on for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You know that I should have had a 90-day transition. I should have helped him, coach him a little bit more and stuff. But
that's all right. You just came back on the scene and took back over Charlotte. So
we dominate
whatever.
Charlotte.
Hell, the whole country now, man. You guys are everywhere.
We have a lot of stores now. Yeah, we're growing. You know, we're just doing our thing.
Yeah.
You're doing your thing.
I love it.
I'm proud of you, dude. So you worked with me, and then after you left me, where'd you go? You were doing something. What were you doing?
Actually, when I left Lightning Mike's, I went back to college.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So I got my business degree.
Where'd you go?
UNCC.
Did you? Okay, cool. So you got your business degree.
Yeah, business management degree.
I thought you learned enough business from me that you didn't need a degree.
You know, honestly, dude, my dad, my whole life was like, oh, just get the piece of paper, So I was like, fuck it, I'll get the piece of paper. The economy was in an absolute shithole. So, you know, what else was I going to do for those 3 or 4 years while everything kind of came back?
Hey, at least you dug in, got it done.
Yeah, so I went there, graduated, sold mattresses for a little while, which is actually a really lucrative business, believe it or not.
It is.
There is a ton of money in that.
A lot. A mattress costs $400. They sell it for $2,000.
Yeah, or $3,000 even.
It's ridiculous.
And took over some of their stores, managing for them for a while. And they were not a good group to work with, to say the least. So I went to Red Ventures.
Good
worked
company.
My first ever corporate gig.
That's a good company.
It was, and you know,
phone sales.
Made a ton of money starting out there, and it just wasn't the life for me.
You sat in a cubicle talking on the phone.
Not even a cubicle, just
a desk right there. Yeah, a square.
That's it.
Yeah, kind of like Wolf of Wall Street, but for the phone sales.
And worse, you know, not as fun, and you know,
no parties.
You can't cuss. Yeah, there's no, you know, there's no midgets getting thrown on targets and shit. So that didn't last long. I knew I was not meant.
But here's the
world.
thing. So learning how your first sales job was actually working with me.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you learned the closing process, the origination process, how to entice a customer to come into the store. And that kind of set the foundation for you to be a great salesperson.
In sales, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more.
Awesome, man. So you did that.
And I mean, I came in and, you know, Maxim and I were competing. So you know, you guys were charging, I think, like 160 for a car back then. And I came back in and day one was 180. And then my second week it was 200 because I was like, look, if I can make $20 a car, this is pretty lucrative, you know? And then Max was like, well, wait a minute, you're charging more for cars than me? I said, yeah, bro. Absolutely. Awesome. And I'm closing them every day.
I love it. Well, and you're 6'5", 300 pounds. I'm going to say yes to you too.
You know, front windows back then though were like
50, 60
$40,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And then we were at 60, then we were at 80, and then I was trying to get 100. And Max was like, damn, dude, like, how are you doing this, man? And I'm like, yeah, dude, that's the service, dude. You know, we're quick. We got the best 10 on the market. So it is what it is, you know? And we offer a lifetime warranty. And, you know, the people, although the lifetime warranty is kind of bogus, you know, most people don't keep their cars for a lifetime. Yeah, we all know this, you know, year, 2, 3, lease, whatever. See ya. And your lifetime warranty is over. But nobody knows that, you know, day one on the sales floor.
So after selling mattresses, Red Ventures, got your college business degree.
That's kind of where I started my path. So once I got done with Red Ventures in the corporate world, I went to a little smoke shop called High Life.
High Life. Mm-hmm. And what was High Life?
Just a smoke shop.
And I'm not a guy that smokes. So I don't understand what a smoke shop is.
So bongs, bowls, blunts, glass pieces,
marijuana,
T-shirts, paraphernalia. Absolutely.
Okay.
100%. And kind of learned the business. And I managed one of their stores, then 2 of their stores, and then took over their 2 busiest stores in South Carolina, which was Fort Mill and Columbia.
Okay.
And by the time I took over the 4th store, they actually wanted me in corporate. So I think I was there like 90 days, and I was running their corporate office.
That's badass.
And I mean, it was meant for me. I mean, I'm a small business guy.
But you're a freaking closer.
Yeah. I mean, dude, like when I got there, they had people writing down their hours on a piece of paper. So every single part-time employee was working 40 plus hours a week on paper, on a piece of paper.
Wow.
And when I got in there, I reset all of that and had people clocking in, and I cut down payroll by like 65, 70%. And the dude was like, and I'm like, how are you even surviving, dude? Like, this doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? Like, you must have been making way too much money. You went in,
changed some procedures around, found some leaky faucets everywhere, kind of fixed the drips, started making more profit. Mm-hmm. Did he profit share off of that? Did you get some of that money?
I started to make a lot more money.
Okay,
yeah.
good. So
I mean, like,
he wasn't greedy. He wasn't greedy. He started helping.
Oh, he's super greedy, and he's actually not even in this country anymore because he's such an asshole. But
wow.
That's okay.
So you learned a lot, though.
I did.
Okay, so he gave you the foundation for the education.
And that was kind of where I learned, like, retail and a corporate structure of retail. Okay.
And there were how many High Life stores?
Then there was 14. Now there's like 22.
In Charlotte?
In the surrounding.
Okay.
So they're in Boone and Wilmington.
So they're High Life, and then after High Life, where?
So I went to High Life, left there, and I was at a short stint. I did a couple different really odd jobs. There was a sex toy manufacturer in Charlotte.
Really?
Yeah, it was for men. It was called the Fifi.
The Fifi?
Mm-hmm.
Get the freak out. What, you got to explain that to me because I don't go to any sex stores.
I didn't know anything about it either.
What is
the
a Fifi?
Apparently wasn't created in prisons. And
what's a Fifi?
In prison, it's more of like 2 socks tied together, and I guess the guy's like bang the socks or whatever.
Really?
Right?
In prison?
Yeah.
Wow.
This was kind of more
That's
intricate.
pretty funny, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you know.
Now they got pocket. Now they got pocket gel.
So there's the flashlight.
The flashlight.
The flashlight. And
flesh.
Yeah. Flesh.
It's called
light.
flesh.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. See, I'm not up to the sex toy
like
terminology.
I said, I wasn't either before this job, dude. So, but the Fifi was like a little bit more. Supposed to be a little bit cleaner than a fleshlight because apparently, like, guys get off into this fleshlight, they throw it on the ground. It's gross. You have to, sanitize it, clean it, gel it, whatever you got to do.
You
with
know,
this
you
thing.
got one.
Hell no. In fact, I never even used a Fifi. I gave it to my buddies. I gave it to my dad for Christmas, like fucking with him. You know what I mean? I never put myself inside one.
I love it, man. That's funny as hell.
But the Fifi was like this cloth wrap with Velcro, and it actually had like a ginormous condom. And you would roll the condom up in this thing, lube it, bang it, throw away the condom, and then there was no mess, right?
Oh.
So that's how the Fifi worked.
No mess. I like that, actually.
And when I was working with them, I was looking at Amazon and stuff, and I'm like, well, they have all these subscription services, and you need more condoms for this thing, and you need more lube for this thing. So I came up with like a subscription package for the Fifi. It was like, yeah, now so you can get the unit, but then monthly we can send you more condoms, more lube, whatever you need to maintain this thing. And they were like, that is brilliant, dude. So kind of learned my online retail game with this job.
You love that job.
Right? It was fun.
I tell every woman at the bar, what do you do for a living? I sell Fifi.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you get them on the website and they're like, the fuck do you do, dude?
I bet your girls were like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
How many girls did you date then?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
No.
That's funny.
You know, you would have thought I was stuck with the Fifi at that point.
Yeah, you were thinking long term, maybe the Fifi might be your baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So you got the Fifi subscription, you got a condom, you get this subscription base, and then go from there.
So I leave there. I go to work for Noda Brewery for a couple months when they opened their new spot over in Noda. And then I had an opportunity come up to move out west and open a marijuana lab.
Out west. Mm-hmm. Where's out west?
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon is a legal.
It was a legal state.
It's a legal state to
recreational. And they were open to outside investors. So that was interesting.
Okay, so you could go in and invest in like a marijuana plant or farm?
All the above. So,
Store.
I mean, there's like all kinds of different parts of marijuana, you know, once you get in the business. There's testing, there's facilities like to produce, there's grow facilities, there's farms, there's all kinds of shit you can do out there. But we were making like the cartridges or the pens that go on the battery and you smoke those,
like
right?
the vape.
Correct.
And is it
vape pens?
Now, I've heard this word because I don't smoke pot. I literally have done a couple edibles here and there to put me to sleep. But I have a problem with marijuana, the way it affects me. It makes me kind of weird, and I don't like to ever lose control. Even when I drink alcohol, I drink 2 or 3, and I'm like, bro, I'm
good.
Yeah, I know where my limit is. It's like I tell people this all the time. If I'm an airplane, my wheels are off the ground, but if I need to land, I can land. Yeah. Like right now.
Yeah.
So
I like that analogy.
That's just kind of how I am. My wheels get off the ground, but if I need to land in an emergency, boom, I'm right back on the ground. And I'm not in the clouds. I'm sorry.
Right.
I've never gotten in this. I've gotten in the stratosphere before, and I've passed out.
Yeah.
In Vegas, we took some chocolates and had no idea were they 200 milligram chocolate bars or whatever.
Shit,
I had like 3 or 4 pieces. I was dizzy. I was calling my mom. I didn't call her. In my mind, I'm over there like, please help me. I'm like dizzy, sick. Never again. So when you have those bad experiences, it's called bad trips or whatever. You're like, bro, that's not me. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's like drinking too much and vomiting on the way home out of the car. You know, like, I'm not drinking again. And then next weekend, hey, man, we're drinking.
Yeah, let's get it.
So
for sure.
All right, so you got this Portland, Oregon deal. Who turned you on to that?
There's some investors in Charlotte. They actually created Blue E-Cigs.
Blue E-Cigs. Okay.
So they opened a lab in L.A., and then they wanted to expand their business to Portland and Oakland, California, and Vegas. So I went out, and Portland was my job. So I got an apartment. We had this really shitty shell building that we were supposed to turn into this beautiful, you know, fine Cannabis Lab, hospital-grade equipment, you know, stainless, all that stuff.
Got it.
Like what you're thinking about. And had homeless people in the front and the back of this building. So that was a job, just getting rid of those guys. And then I found general contractors, put them to work. And my job while construction was being done was to figure out how to package the vape pens. Okay, so these guys are all about marketing. They wanted to know if the pens were laid down on the shelf, if they hung, if they had hang tags, if they were in a box, if they were in a bag, if they were just, you know, I mean, how they were packaged was my job.
You should have called me.
Yeah.
You just said I was a marketing genius.
You are for sure.
But
so I went out and did all the R&D for packaging. So, I mean, I was literally in 500 dispensaries in 6 months, and I'd never been to one in my life.
500 dispensaries. And how did you get those in the dispensaries? How did you do that?
So, I mean, recreational states, you can walk right in with a license.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no, you know,
but
no
you were selling
needed.
your pens to these?
No, because we didn't have the pens to produce yet.
Okay, got it.
I was just trying to figure out better packaging for what we already had in LA.
Okay, got it.
And then I would go back and forth from Portland to LA, learn how the lab worked, see how, you know, everything was in process. And then I was supposed to hire people for the lab in Portland as well.
Were you a partner or just being paid?
Just being paid.
Okay. Did they pay well?
Not really. No, but I mean, it was the experience.
A good learning experience.
You know, not a lot of people get to say that.
It set the foundation for your new life. Got it. And so how long did you spend in Portland?
I was there just a little under a year. I would have been there longer, but my business partner fucked me, and I had to get out of there.
Okay, then where'd you go?
Back to Charlotte.
Okay.
And I still own my house here.
What was next?
So I had no idea, dude. I was in shambles when I came back here. and I refinanced my house from the West Coast just to throw money in the bank and come back and know I could just survive and live and not have to do much, when I got back here, kind of pick up the pieces and get going again. And there was a girl that I worked with at High Life, who I'm business partners with now. And she's like, dude, they're selling this hemp flower in the head shops. And when I worked in the head shops, like High Life, we weren't allowed to mention the word THC, weed, marijuana, like nothing. It was a completely different world. And everything was for tobacco use only or nicotine or whatever.
Why was that?
Just because of the way the laws are set up, because weed's illegal. And if you're going to sell a pipe for tobacco, nobody gives a shit. But if you're, selling that pipe for marijuana, then it's paraphernalia. So it's completely different. So all that being said,
that's why they call it a smoke shop instead of a weed shop.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can't mention that stuff.
See, I'm learning, man. I'm learning.
But that being said, we get back and she's like, yeah, they got this hemp flower, which contains THC. Now, it's not a lot, but it's in there in the head shops. And I'm like, well, how the hell are they getting away with that? And there was one shop that's similar to ours now in Wilmington. And I called my buddy Mike, who's my third business partner now. And the three of us rode out to Wilmington the next day. We were like, let's go, let's go see what this place is all about. And we walked in and the shop was decent. The help took forever to get to us, and there was like no music, there was no vibe. It was kind of boring, but they had all this different CBD products and stuff for dogs and cats and humans and smoke.
Cats and dogs.
Everything.
That's cool.
Yeah. And there was like gummies and cookies and pretzels and all this shit. And we're like, if they're getting away with this out here in Wilmington, we can definitely do this in Charlotte. So on the way back from Wilmington, we incorporated our business on LegalZoom, which I don't recommend to anyone.
You don't?
No. LegalZoom is trash.
Gotcha.
Get a real attorney, and it's about a third of the price, and they can do it much faster.
You can almost file for it on the Secretary of State.
For the most part, dude. I mean, that's pretty much all it takes.
Exactly.
I mean, now I've got 15 LLCs.
You're in my world now.
Yeah.
So go ahead. So you learned this. How did you source it? They give you the source of where you got this stuff, or were they making it?
No. So we dug in on Instagram, online, Google.
Start finding wherever you could find it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Did you find the source?
Oh yeah, we found tons of sources. And there was actually sources where I was in Portland. So we actually flew back out there and met a bunch of farmers and talked to them. And we've got people all over the country now. Like there's people in Colorado.
So this business partner and you went to Wilmington.
Mm-hmm.
You researched this. They were the first shop you heard of selling THC and cookies and gummies and other things. And they were getting away with it.
Yep.
But how were they getting away with it?
I mean, it's completely legal under the 2018 Farm Bill.
Okay, so 2018 Farm Bill is what?
Just a hemp bill that basically says as long as whatever you're selling is 0.03% THC or less by volume in the weight, that is legal.
Right on. Okay, so you found a loophole.
It's just a giant loophole, but it's the law.
But you were the very first one in Charlotte.
And
your company name is CBD Charlotte.
It was Charlotte CBD to start. Now we've converted over to Crowntown Cannabis.
Crowntown. Who came up with Crowntown?
My business partner, Mike.
He likes Crown Royal?
No, he's just like Charlotte. They're both from here.
The Queen
born and
City,
raised.
Crown.
Queen City.
Got it. Okay,
Correct.
That's where it came from.
And we've actually trademarked Crowntown, so we own that now.
So you own Crowntown. Okay, and you've got how many stores now?
We've got 3, and we're opening a 4th store right now in Noda.
Okay, so in Charlotte, you have 3 stores.
Yep.
Okay, and you opened your first one where?
Central Avenue.
So on Central Avenue, what is considered Little Havana. Are you closer to the downtown?
No. We're in the Plaza area.
Okay, so you're closer to downtown. And then you rented the building, you and a business partner.
Which was a bitch, dude. I mean, that in itself was really a nightmare. We probably talked to 100 landlords that told us no.
And you told them what you wanted to do. Here's the thing, though. I got a question. You're opening up a business. You're a landlord. Have a building. Why do they need to know what the hell you're selling out of the building if you're paying rent?
It's not necessarily that you're, what we're selling. It was more of like we had no business plan. We had no comparables. There was no one in Charlotte doing what we were doing. So even if it was legal or illegal, which was their main concern, how the hell are you going to prove you're going to make money? And we couldn't.
Somebody took a risk on you guys. Okay, and you leased a building. How big is it?
2,000 square feet was our first one.
So 2,000 square feet, still open today. It's your original OG, right? It's and you worked there yourself?
In the beginning, we did.
Okay. So
I was there every day.
So when you started the store, what did it cost to build it out?
Probably about 12 to 15 grand.
That's it? That was cheap. You did it on the cheap.
We did it all by hand.
Okay, so your investor friend, who is he? Well, tell me about him. What's his deal?
From the get?
Like, no, you got this guy that went to Wilmington with you. You started this business. He's an investor. How'd you find him?
No. He wasn't an investor. Like
He's a friend.
None of us had any money. We bootstrapped this whole thing.
Oh, you just what?
We bootstrapped the whole thing.
Bootstrapped the whole thing. Credit cards, just said, hey, I got a little extra cash. Everybody
All of our
chip
initial
in.
inventory was on my
So
personal
how many
credit
people
cards.
are owners in this business?
3.
You,
Mike Sims and Lindsay.
Lindsay's the girl that worked with you at High Life. And then Mike Sims is who? How'd you meet him?
We were bouncers together.
Bouncers. I mean, you're 6'5", 300 pounds and look like you Goldberg.
He's about the same.
He is
He's
too?
bigger than I am, actually.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you guys were bouncers where?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cosmos was a big one, though.
I mean, here's the thing.
That's kind of where we crossed roads.
You're a big dude, but your voice is really big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you just talk to me and I was at a bar drunk, I'm like, yes, sir.
Yeah, right. It's funny, dude. I mean, like, I'm 37.
Yeah.
When I was 10 years old, I tried out for Froggy and the Little Rascals, the newer Little Rascals movie that came out.
Little
in
Rascals?
1995.
No way. That's cool as shit.
So my voice was this deep 25 years ago.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
So you could have a radio voice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Have people told you that?
Oh, yeah.
All
Definitely
day.
told me I have the face for radio, too.
Have
so.
you ever? You have a. If you shave the beard, you have the face. You got that, gladiator, not gladiator. What is it called?
Viking.
Viking. You have the Viking look, man. You could go be on Vikings and probably be the star, like carrying a sword. Netflix series starring Dan Hentschke.
Yeah.
I would pay for that. Actually, I'd watch you. I'd watch you.
Pay $20 a month for that.
I would. You walked in, I haven't seen you in years, man. I looked at you, I'm like, Jesus Christ, look at the muscles on you, man. I thought I was working out, man.
I mean, these last 2.5 years, I've lost about 125 pounds too. So
125 pounds. How'd you do that?
Keto and just really, really strict dieting. And
Did you have any health problems, diabetes or heart disease?
Luckily, no. But I mean, like, I didn't want to get there.
Gotcha. Did you drink a lot? Is that how you put on the weight?
I mean, I was drinking for sure a lot more than I do now. I would drink a lot of vodka.
Were you just up late? Just didn't have a really...
Not necessarily, dude. I mean, like, honestly, like, what happened is we got more successful. It was like, let's go to lunch. We're not paying for it. Let's go to dinner. We're not paying for it. Let's get dessert. Let's get appetizers. Let's get all this extra shit. And at the end of the day, about 2 years ago, I looked at myself and I said, I might not be financially responsible for this meal, but my body sure as hell is. And
that's
I can't
a really
keep
good
going
way.
like this.
That's a really good way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
I see guys on Facebook.
And I mean it,
I literally see some of my industry on Facebook, and they post every night. They're out at dinner, eating, drinking, and I'm sitting there looking at these guys, and in a year, they're going to gain a pound a week.
Oh, yeah.
And a pound a week is 52 pounds. Mm-hmm. And that is going to add a lot of weight, because I'm looking at some of these guys. Because I'm 240 pounds. I'm 6'2", 240. I think I'm 6'1" now. So I'm kind of shrinking. You'll see, brother. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you'll probably go down an inch or two over your years. You do. You kind of your back, your body kind of decompresses a little bit. So you've lost 125 pounds and you stopped going to lunch with all these guys. Or if you're going to lunch, you started ordering less.
For a long time, I stopped going at all. I mean, I did keto, but I also did intermittent fasting. So I mean, there was breakfast and lunch was gone.
Right.
I didn't eat it all.
Right. And so you lost a lot of weight, and you're how big now?
As I stand right now in this chair, 6'4" and about 265.
You're 265, but you look lean, man. Like you look like 265 is good weight for you. Like 250, you might even just be like super shredded.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was down to 235 last year, so
that was probably too low.
That was just a little too small.
I think so. My perfect weight is 225 to 240. That's kind of where I feel I feel like I still have a little size. I feel like I got energy.
You feel good.
Yeah. I can still touch my toes.
Yeah. Still see your tick.
Yeah, exactly. My hands are pretty big, so unfortunately, it fills it up. The situation of you now have a place in Plaza Midwood, right? Is that what it's called? Near downtown. You had a 2,000 square foot building. You did it by basically yourself. You put the building together, you painted it, you put the floors in, you didn't contract out anything. You just
we had some stuff contracted out for sure. I mean, because there was stuff that we needed done and done right.
So did the city give you a business license?
They did, but that was a huge pain in our ass too.
What did you have to do to go get a business license?
I think somebody actually had it out for us in Charlotte, to be totally honest with you. But
who's
all that aside, when we got going, it was hard enough for us to find a building, and then once we got in there, we started rocking and rolling and getting to work, and we were, tearing down walls. Because I'll back up. The shop when we got it was a tattoo shop for like 25 years.
Oh, really?
And it was disgusting.
Oh,
I mean, there was fucking AIDS everywhere. Just
blood
walls separating every single piece of every room, so they could have more space to work and whatever. So we had to take all that out, gut it. And then somewhere in the midst of all this, 3 or 4 months into working on the building, somebody called us in, like doing electrical work or something one night. They just put their head in and they got us.
Well, that's a hoity-toity little community over there.
Kind of, man. But I mean, we were still on the outskirts of like the nicest area of Plaza.
But it was in the up-and-coming area.
For sure.
Right.
But, all that being said, they finally caught us and made us get a GC and made us switch, like get a permit.
It basically cost you a bunch of money.
Oh, yeah. That was all bureaucracy bullshit, at the end of the day. But what they made us do, which was so difficult, was a tattoo shop is considered a service. Okay. We switched to a retail. So we were supposed to update everything according to like today's standards to make this a retail environment. So we're talking about ADA bathrooms. I mean, different lighting. Our ceiling's open. They wanted us to shut down the whole ceiling, even though next door their ceiling's the exact same. And I'm walking the guy next door like, look, dude, these guys have the exact same ceiling. I'm not shutting the ceiling down. There's no way. It's beautiful. It's all nice old wood and everything.
Did you win that one?
Oh, hell yeah, we won that one.
Good.
It got to a point where the guys started coming in and just telling us ridiculous shit. And I said, look, dude, I'm coming after you guys if you don't do this tomorrow. And that was the day before we opened.
So how long did it take from the day you found the building to fixing it up, dealing with the bureaucracy, to getting open?
About 7 months.
Well, that's a long time.
Yeah, it was a really long time. And it was killing us.
You didn't plan on that. Like you thought 3 months you'd be open.
If that.
And now it took 7.
And we were way more optimistic than that. We shouldn't have been. But I mean, we were looking, a month or two, we'll be done here.
So how much inventory did you have to buy initially to stock the store?
Let's see. I had about $25,000 in open credit on credit cards. And that's what we were able to get. I needed more.
So you bought, between the three of you?
No, just me.
Just you. You bought 20?
Everything was on me, dude. Like the building was on me, the leases was on me, the bank account was on me, the credit cards were on me. I put it all up for this.
So you put your neck on the line, and that's.
But I knew we were going to do it.
And
I didn't know we were going to be as successful as we were.
Yeah.
But I knew we were going to pull it off.
I've got a similar story that most people don't really understand. When I had Lightning Mike's before you started working for me, I remember I used to buy and sell cars.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
There were a few times that we had car dealerships, because we did a lot of car dealership, and
Tent work.
Yeah. And they owed us money, right? We were waiting
POs.
on checks, POs. Right?
Oh yeah.
And they would be 45, 60 days. I'd be owed $18,000, $15,000, $20,000, right? There were times where I had to take the title to a car to the credit union
to make payroll.
Did you know I had to do that?
I didn't, but I mean, it makes sense, dude. I mean, because I know how POs work. That is just bullshit in this
so
business.
Everybody always sees me now, right? They see me at 49 years old, got a couple cool cars, some nice things.
Oh, and it was so easy for you to get there.
Oh, it took 30 years. 30. 30.
Yeah, dude.
And how old are you?
37.
Okay, so when people look at me, they go, oh, that dude, he's got everything.
Yeah.
I sit there and look at them, and I want to smack them in the face.
For sure.
Because
you killed yourself to get to where you're at.
Killed.
Yeah.
Destroyed myself.
And it might be easier now, and it's not easy now.
You watched.
But you're, you know what the hell you're doing.
You physically watched me tint cars. And I worked from the time I walked in the door.
Every day.
Every day. I never stopped.
No, you're a hustler, dude. I mean, you're one of the hardest working guys I've ever seen, especially like even with a built and a better business, still working. Still
hustle, bro.
Still cutting film.
I'll still lay PPF. I'll still tint. If they call me in, I call it the bat signal. It was years ago. There was a guy named Matt Bobin that used to work for me. And he and I don't know, he had some kind of Batman something in the shop. And I just said, bro, he called me in because the plotter went down. All right. Because back, the plotter was like, and he's like, man, we got all these cars, man. And the plotter went down. And it was either him or Josh. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. And then I think it might have been Josh. And then he turned around and said to me, well, man, if you could just come over here and hand cut, because I'm fast at hand cutting. Like I can double cut, boom, boom, boom. And like me and Randy, we were savages.
Killing it. Oh, yeah.
And so I literally looked at him and I said, all right, bro, I know I'm busy. I know I'm at all these stores. I'm running around all over the place. But if you throw the bat signal So we downloaded on Google the picture of a bat signal, right? And we turned around and I said, I'm sharing this with you, so save it in your fucking notes. And then all of a sudden, if you ever send me the bat signal, that means you damn need me, man. Like you need me.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be wherever I'm at, whoever I'm with, I can just show on my phone and say, you see that? That's the bat signal. It means I got to go.
Yeah. That's right.
And I would rush in, save the day, and rescue the guys.
Yeah.
And I still kind of do that a little bit here and there now, and I love it. And I like to be the rescuer. I think that's part of my nature is I just want to come in and rescue. But yeah, until you've taken a loan out for your car to make payroll, you're not a true entrepreneur. If you got daddy's money and he handed you a business, you don't know what I'm talking about. Mark. You actually do. That's why I love this story. I'm so glad I've got you on the show.
Yeah, man.
You're fucking amazing. So tell me more, man. I'm eating away right here. I'm jonesing for more. So you got going. You took out your risk of $25,000 in inventory, and you got started. You got about $15,000 in opening the store. So you got literally $40,000 basically on your neck, and 7 months of living off home equity of your house. Is that correct? You lived off your home equity.
Oh yeah,
that's 7 months. You weren't working. You put your life into this. Everything. So you got this one store. Your partners, what percentage are they?
We're all 33.
So you put all the money in. You did all the work. Or all the money.
We had one outside investor that gave us $10,000, and we had him paid back within like 60 days.
He never called me.
And then we had one other guy that we borrowed $25,000 from.
Okay.
To kind of get the store up and running and all that.
Yep.
Especially after we got fucked around with all the bureaucracy stuff, because that was really expensive. And I think we had him paid back within like 6 months.
So
starting.
All said and done, all in, what did you have the day you opened?
Probably like $80,000.
$80,000.
Yeah.
Day opening.
75, $80,000, something
all
like
right.
that.
So what'd you do your first month in sales?
We did almost $400,000
in the month.
Yeah.
Did you say that? Say that again.
400,000.
$400,000.
In 2.5 months, we did $1.2 million at the end of the year.
And how much money did you make out of that?
Probably 5.5. So 550, 600.
So no, you made 400,000. What was profit?
Oh, about 200.
So in 1 month, you made $200,000. Were you tripping?
Oh, dude, we had no idea we were going to do that.
You were tripping.
Oh yeah. I mean, the first Saturday that we were open, we had almost 700 customers come through our door.
Did you run out of inventory?
We ran out of everything.
Like the first day?
No, not the first day.
What'd you do? Get money in the bank and then overnight stuff the next day?
That's what I was having to do every day.
Every day.
Every single day I was having
your
to have
source
overnight.
is like, what the hell, man? You're overnighting stuff.
And the thing was, dude, I mean, like there's like retail pricing, wholesale pricing, distributor pricing. And I was ordering so much at a time within 90 days of us opening. I was getting distributor pricing, like as if we were selling to wholesalers. So then we were making even more profit.
Because the margins were going. You were saving 15, 20%.
Exactly.
Right. So you cut out everybody.
Everyone.
And
then we opened a distribution company.
So now you have your own distribution company.
Yeah, the Plug Distribution.
So now you're making the stuff yourself.
And now we do have all of our own products in house. So almost everything, and we're working every day. I mean, like
is this stuff made in Portland?
All over Portland. There's a lab in West Virginia that we work pretty close with. Colorado. I mean, they're all over the country, but everything's in the U.S.
So your little baby store that's 2,000 square feet. How many people work there?
I think there's like 6 or 7 employees there now.
When's the last time you walked in there?
Oh, I'm there all the time.
You are?
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 minutes from my house. So
I love it.
Stop by on the way
so
home
you're there all the time, and that store grosses now after you've been open for a while. The nostalgia kind of, wore off a little bit. Now everybody knows you're there. What are you averaging a month in sales now?
Right around 100K.
Okay. So it was like a boom.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And now it's labeled off. Okay, so you have 3 stores in Charlotte. So how long did it take before your first one to open the second one?
We opened our second store in Columbia, South Carolina.
Why South Carolina? I thought you wanted to stay in Charlotte.
I told you I worked for High Life.
Yep.
And we had a store in Columbia, and it was our #1 grossing store in the entire company.
So you had the knowledge from Lower.
So I knew 5 Points was a really good place to go.
Okay, perfect.
And that was a much slower build, but they actually beat Charlotte every month now, consistently.
Still. And that store's been open how long?
Our 3rd year there will be May 8th.
And when did you open the very first store? How long ago?
October 23rd of 18.
So this is relatively new.
Oh, yeah.
So 18.
Yeah, this will be our 4th year in business.
Did COVID mess with you guys?
Awesomely enough, no. Columbia shut us down for 24 hours, and we knew a really good attorney in Columbia and got a hold of the mayor, and we were reopened within 1 day. And they were, we were supposed to be closed. Closed.
That's pretty powerful stuff.
And then
I think we need to talk off the record.
I thought we had more power in Charlotte because I know everyone here.
Yeah.
And Roy Cooper was the one that shut us down. So it wasn't local. It was, the governor.
How long were you shut down here in Charlotte?
1 week.
Just 1 week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you opened back up.
But we were deemed essential and got opened right back up. Good. And we actually, didn't have people in the store. We had like a shower curtain at the door that we were just kind of servicing out the window.
Okay.
But we have online also. So our online business skyrocketed during COVID. It was awesome.
Who runs the online?
I have a warehouse manager. Her name's Jessica. And, we ship everything out.
You just ship it out?
Mm-hmm.
So everything's online. Mm-hmm. And the name of the website is?
It's crowntowncannabis.com.
crowntowncannabis.com. You have Instagram, Facebook?
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, Crowntown Official, I believe is our Instagram and our Facebook now. We're kind of switching everything over. I mean, it sucks because the CBD business is not like the tent business. It is not friendly to social media. They're not friendly to us.
Really?
No.
That's surprising.
It is really rough.
Who bashes you?
I mean, they just shut it down. Community standards, violated community standards. I mean,
Instagram does?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to constantly be opening new things? Or?
No, you just got to be really careful with what we post.
Okay. And they flag you?
Constantly.
Wow.
We haven't been able to invite friends to pages for 6 or 8 months or a year on some of these pages.
That's incredible. You have a YouTube?
We do.
How's that? They still monetize? I mean, still.
It's not so bad.
So how are you advertising?
We do a live show every week from the store on Instagram.
So you go live on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Facebook. We do that every week. That's Wednesdays at 4:20. Mm-hmm.
Now, how much THC? It's 0.3 or less?
0.03.
0.03.
Yeah, so it's
very, very little.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the people that come to you, you sell cookies, gummies, shower gels, lotions,
roll-ons.
Okay.
We sell the actual flower itself.
I got to ask this question, and you know the question that's coming. Do you sell Phoebes there?
Phoebes? No. Hell no.
Come on, man. You know everybody wants a sock.
But we do have CBD lube.
You do?
And then we have some amazing dick pills.
Really?
Yeah, they're called Hard. Hard D.
Hard D. Do you make these?
We don't make them, but we white label them.
Have you tried them?
Oh, hell yeah, I've tried them. They're awesome.
Really?
Yeah, I'll get you some.
Holy cow.
I actually meant to bring you some today.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Can you make a pill that makes it go down? I'm tired. At 5:30 in the morning, 6 in the morning, I'm sitting there trying to get up, go to the gym, and I'm like, what the hell, man? Like right now? Come on, man. I just woke up.
Right.
Like, what the freaking hell?
Yeah.
Do you have that problem too?
Sometimes.
I had a doctor tell me, he literally was telling me, he goes, bro, you have 7 days in the week, right? I'm old, and obviously I've seen all the low testosterone. So you're not quite there yet. Mm-hmm. You get my age, almost 50. You're pushing that envelope of like, all right, man, maybe I need to call the doc for low T. And so I go get my blood work tested, right? And he looks at me and he goes, how are your erections? And I go, what do you mean? He goes, well, in the mornings when you wake up, how often are you hard? And I go, this is my doctor asking me these questions, right? And I'm sitting there going, couple days maybe. It depends on how much rest I get and how much I've drank the night before.
Yeah.
And he goes, listen, there's 7 days in a week. You should be 4 to 5 good mornings. And I go, what do you mean good mornings? He goes, good mornings. And I said, oh. And I said, if you're that, your testosterone level is probably where it should be. But if you're not, then we need to check it out. And it was like 300. And, he had recommended a small dosage. And here's the thing. I got on testosterone a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. And it's doctor prescribed. I don't do the go down to the guy on the corner and buy testosterone. I get it from a doctor. They mail it to me. I get my blood work done every 3 months. He checks my cholesterol, my sugars, all those things. Mm-hmm. And everybody's like, Mike, you're starting to lean down. And I'm sitting there going, listen, I take testosterone for one reason, and it's not sex. It's literally how powerful my brain is. Mm-hmm. It really makes me sharp. Mm-hmm. Like I think better, I remember more. And I'm not saying I'm taking more risk, But I feel like when I go into a situation where I would doubt it, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
Like I'm in.
Yeah.
I know I'm
Okay.
going to make it happen. And I love the way it makes me feel mentally.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously people take CBD for, medical reasons, and people take marijuana for medical reasons. Testosterone and alcohol seem to work very good for me. So, but anyway, do you use your own products?
Oh, absolutely.
What's your favorite?
We've got a
Other
roll
than
on
Hard
now.
D.
Yeah, Hard D and shit. But we have a roll
Micah,
on now.
Micah's going to want some Hard D.
And I got you, bro.
It's all natural.
I actually just did a commercial for it recently, but I've got to have shoulder surgery June 1st.
What's in Hard D? What makes it so special?
You
You have labs now that make
all
it, right?
natural.
It's all natural.
It's all natural.
Okay.
Like horny goat weed, some different things you'd see like pills you'd see in the gas stations and things like that. But
It's similar to those?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it's all natural.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And you manufacture it?
No.
It's made in West Virginia?
No, they're actually from Indiana.
Indiana. And you know the guy that made them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he private labeled them for you?
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. That's cool. What's a Hard D cost?
The 2-packs are, I want to say $8.
So you go out on Friday night.
No, $10. I'm sorry. 2-packs are $10, and then there's a 10-pack for $50.
So you go out on a Friday night. You look at your lady and go, baby, it's going to be a Hard D night tonight.
Yeah, bro. I mean, honestly, you can take one at like 4 p.m. Friday, and you're banging until Sunday. So.
No joke.
Oh yeah.
See, I've heard stories of this stuff. I can't really. I had high blood pressure a little bit. Does it raise your blood pressure? Really? I heard Viagra does. Do you know that?
Yeah, I've heard that the prescription drugs do for sure.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you need to talk to your guy in Indiana and ask him, how do you get the pill?
Get it down.
Get it down.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I don't want to fuck for 3 days straight. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to find me some new partners or something, because I don't think anybody wants to be hammered 3 days straight.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I'm sure you've got
good.
some. I mean, you're 37.
You're good to go.
Dude, you're 6'5", 300 pounds. I bet you. I mean, your girlfriend's probably looking at you like, bro,
That's
please,
enough.
baby, I love you, but no more Hard D.
Yeah, that's enough.
We got to cut you off. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got your second store open. How long? You said how long? A year later, you opened that store? Like you got the first one in Plaza, then you opened your second one. What was the transition time from the time you made money, had money in the bank, and how much money did you have in the bank when you opened your second store?
Dude, I couldn't even remember anymore. I mean, enough for sure.
Yeah.
Enough
to buy. No means it was no risk. Like you were looking,
Yeah.
I'm doing this. I'm doing this. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. So there was enough
For
money in the
sure.
bank where you're like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say that was a little over a year later.
Okay.
we
And
did
now you
that
got your
store.
third. How long was it from your third?
Well, we opened a store in Mooresville actually, and it just didn't pan out.
That area is different.
It is, dude. But I mean, like we were on the wrong side of the tracks. Mooresville's very park and walk.
It's
and
niche-y. It's
we
niche-y.
were in a low traffic area,
Right.
so we were an absolute destination.
If you want to sit back, this thing does tilt.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
I know. Sometimes I get carried away leaning over all the time, but
But the location up there just didn't last, and we were literally. I mean, it was a beautiful store too. It was really cool build out. We were really proud of it, and it was kind of like more like doctor's office ish.
Yeah.
Like there was different niches that you could walk in, and like sublingual oils were in one room, and like creams and oils were in another room, and then like the dog and cat stuff and animal things were like in a whole other room.
how long was that store open?
1 year to date.
You just did a 1-year lease?
No, we did a 3 or 4 year lease, but we knew the owner of the building.
He got you out of it.
And he was cool. He was like, look,
He was
it's not
probably
working out
liking
for
the
me, it's
building
not
after
working
you.
out for
All
you.
you did to the build made it look nicer. Okay. What's in that building now?
There is a salon. There was an ice cream shop. I don't know if he's still got that rocking and rolling or not. And then his headquarters are there.
So where's your third store now?
The third store we opened was in Concord.
Concord. How's that worst store?
Really good.
Okay.
Really, really good. It's Country Club Drive. It's right across the street from the old Carolina Mall.
Okay.
Not Concord Mills.
Right.
But we're on the same street as Starbucks. We're in between Starbucks and Home Depot. So, I mean, like the traffic is really, really high. And we've done really well there. We've been really happy with it.
So if you're a guy starting out, you went through all these jobs, bouncing, you sold window tint with me, you worked at the High Life, you got a business degree. You've really just built a unique resume of services in your brain to go and take a risk. If you were to tell somebody to start a business, what would you tell them starting out that they need the most?
Passion, dude. I mean, like, just like you with window tinting, you love it.
I love it.
I love the hemp and CBD and marijuana business. You know what I mean? I absolutely love it. So I don't feel like I'm going to work.
I never ever think I'm going to work. I'm going to make new friends every day.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have a blast doing what I'm doing.
Who doesn't like cars?
Yeah.
I mean,
or making cars look even better than they already did.
You know, people used to ask me, I think I had a girl or a friend or a buddy, I can't remember, it was somebody asked me, they go, Mike, you have a college degree. You can basically do anything you want. Why are you tinting windows? And I said, I do it for the gratification. And they go, what do you mean? And I said, okay, you work at a bank, right? How many times does the head banker come over and spank the girl's butt or the guy's butt and say, "That a boy, good job. You did 1,200 transactions this week. Good job.
Yeah.
You made 1,200 deposits in the bank. You took all their money, and baby, come back next week and we'll do another good job."
Yeah. Never.
So what happens is, a guy calls me up. He's like, "Mike, I heard you're really good at tinting windows. I want you to tint my car because you tinted my buddy's car." So it was already a warm referral. It was already, he was sold. He was already like, I'm the shit.
Yep.
So I walk in the door and I already have that kind of like, Lightning Mike, you're the man. I was the man. So they come in, I tint their windows. They paid me. They gave me the half hug, you know, the slap your hands. What's up, bro? We became friends. We exchanged phone numbers. I got them in. I got them out.
And then you got 4 or 5 of their friends showing up to get their cars tinted too.
And, you know, when we were tinting windows at Lightning Mike's, we used to tint windows for a lot of gangbangers.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
Oh, yeah.
And when we had our commercials, Smoke Trees Till Dawn.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I do, dude.
Yeah.
I remember all of them, bro.
It was fire. And so we were on TV, MTV, VH1, all the hip-hop stations, radio. We were on radio, TV. We were everywhere. Stickers on the gas pumps, Power 98, all of them. You could not go in Charlotte and not know who Lightning Mike's was.
Oh, no, because we were all over the drive-through windows, too.
Everywhere.
Every drive-through window still
Didn't matter.
had a Lightning Mike sticker
If you
on
were
it.
a drive-through in Charlotte, you were getting bombarded. Gas stations, gas pumps, it didn't matter. We had an army of people putting stickers out.
And then the lawn signs.
The lawns everywhere.
They were everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
We would go through 100 a week.
Oh, yeah, at least.
On the exits, we would just put the signs out. Yep. Get your windows tinted.
I remember I got a call from one of my dad's friends one time. He owned some business on South Boulevard, and he said, "Yeah, you know, you got these lawn signs over here in my front yard." And I'm like, "Is this Rob?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Fuck off, dude." I was like, "This is Steve Hentschke's son. You can go to hell. I'm not picking him up. You pick him up." And he called my dad, and he was like, "You know, your son's got his window tinting signs in my front yard over here." He's like, "Well, good for him." I'll never forget that, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were known, man. And we just kind of went out there and just blanketed it. But the thing is, man, here's the thing. What people don't realize, and I want to tell the audience a little bit about this, is that I lost a lot of my friends when I got out of college because they looked at me like an oil change mechanic. They thought I was a drug dealer. I never sold drugs, man. I sold tint.
Man, just stack cash.
But no one ever thought that window tint would make money.
No.
My dad didn't think. I mean, he did. My dad believed in me, but it was like one of those things where it was like, he wanted better for me. He wanted me to have the country club life, the you know, the corporate world, right?
And now you live on a country club.
Now I live on a golf course, and I'm the redneck.
Exactly.
The motorcycles and 4-wheelers, and I've redneck it up a little bit.
Yeah, and you got everything you want and everything you need.
Yeah, exactly. And the situation is that what people don't realize is we never judged a single color. When they came in, I judged their money.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't care what car they drive. I didn't care if you were black, white, Hispanic, Indian. I didn't care. Did you care?
Nope.
We treated everybody the same.
Yeah.
And we treated them special. Like, I literally had some gangbangers that came in, and I know you remember this. We started giving VIP treatment.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
I remember all that.
You remember that? So VIP treatment is like at the nightclub, because you know the nightclub business.
Oh, yeah.
I know the nightclub business. And there's the red rope. You got to know the bouncer. You got to know how to get in. And the thing is, if you go to that nightclub all the time and you tip $20 when you walk into the bouncer makes sure that you get in.
Oh, yeah.
You skip the crowd, you're VIP. But if you go all the time, you don't even have to say shit half the time. You just walk in. You know how many clubs we never had to stand in line? We just walked in, boom, we were there, right? And it felt special. You felt like empowered.
Oh, yeah.
But tinting windows, meeting business owners, meeting people who had cars, and you just network. But when you get people in the door that are kind of somebody, you network with those guys and you give them the VIP treatment, okay? And then you get your banker and executive that comes in the Mercedes. oh, sir, you'll have to drop your car off. You'll have to wait.
Uh-huh.
So I started giving the corporate guys the wait service.
Oh, yeah.
Then the guys that came in that I knew were getting windows tinted, all the time, VIP. Mm-hmm. You understand that?
It was funny though, man, because when I was in that business, I would ask every single person what they did. Everyone. I wanted to know. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, okay, this guy's got a $200,000 car. Like, what the hell did you do to deserve that? You know what I mean? Like, what do you do to earn that?
Yeah. So you learned from them.
It was just the most interesting answers you could ever imagine. There was one guy that came in every single year in an S600 until they stopped making them.
Yep.
And just the most country redneck dude you've ever met in your life. You know what I mean? Big dude, shorts, flops, just slack as fuck. I'm like, what do you do, bro?
What did he do?
Well, me and my buddies own 3 convenience stores in Rock Hill. I was like, you're fucking kidding me, dude.
Rock Hill?
S600, dude. $125,000
that was
off
back
the showroom
in
floor, coming to get a limo tent.
That was back in 01, 2000?
98? 5, 6, still.
05,
that's when I was there.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But I will never forget that guy. And then, when the CLS dropped, right?
Yep.
Super nice,
slick, sexy.
Flatback cars. And this guy came in and I said, well, what do you do? And he's like, well, my wife and my daughter would hate if I told you this, but I'm a fish guy. I sell fish.
Fish?
That's what he did.
How do you sell fish?
He was like the main provider for Gorton's.
How do you remember this?
Who the hell knows?
You smoked a lot of weed in your life.
Yeah, right?
And you still have memory that can go back to 2005. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can tell you what half of our customers did back then.
That's amazing.
I would ask every single one of them.
Do you have a VIP service at your business?
Oh
and
yeah,
loyal,
our employees, they know exactly. Who's
your
who.
regulars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you have a loyalty program discount?
We do.
Okay.
We do.
If I start buying a lot of hard D, you're gonna give me a discount.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna sell it for $15, man.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna mark that shit up.
There's a lot of people that turn around and sell that. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I'm not giving up my source, man. I'm not telling people
right.
I'm getting
There you
my
go.
hard D. And but that's cool. If this guy wants to private label it for me, you'll turn me on to him, right?
Oh yeah.
I'll call it Mike D.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So rolling, you're doing well for yourself. You still live in the same house?
Yeah, I've been in the same house since 2014.
This is the one you refinanced.
Refinanced.
This house paid for you to start your business.
Yeah.
So I want the listeners to understand that you at least bought a house, and your house became your cash nest egg of equity.
1,000%
to start your business.
Smartest thing I ever did in my life.
To buy a house,
and it's been my bank since 2014 everything.
Who turned you on to buy a house?
Myself.
You just said, "Screw it, I'm buying a house." Okay, so you just saved.
So when I started selling mattresses, got out of school, was in a little bit of debt, not a ton.
Okay.
Put everything on 0% credit cards, flipped that over, turned all that off, paid it all off, and then just started putting money away. And as soon as I could buy a house, I bought one.
A lot of people are going to ask this question. Your 3 stores in 2022, you can give me a range because I know you don't want to share a lot of your information, but what do you gross in sales a year?
Last year, we did a little bit over $3 million.
$3 million. What are you projected to do this year?
With the 4th store, and then with our next project that's coming up, honestly, I couldn't tell you, man. Hopefully about 5 or 6.
Are you making good money now?
Yeah.
Are you making good investments?
Oh yeah.
So you're saving money now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good. So you're not blowing it all?
No.
Okay.
No, absolutely not.
And you're stable? You have a good girlfriend right now?
Yeah, she's great, man.
How long you been with her?
Little over 2 years.
And what's her name?
Brittany.
She work with you?
No,
That's
smart. She did work this weekend though, which was cool. We went down to Columbia.
It's probably smart you guys don't work together.
Well, she's still in school.
How old is she?
She's 29 and she's working on the PhD.
PhD. So she's a smart girl.
Yeah.
And she likes
Super
you?
smart. Yeah, right.
Why do the smart girls like the jockey kind of guys?
Neuroimmunology. It's hard for me to even say what her field is.
That's amazing. So tell me a little bit.
It took me a while to learn what the hell
mean?
she does.
I don't even know what that means.
So it's the immune system of the brain.
The immune system of your brain. Mike, are you hearing that? That's pretty interesting. That's fascinating. So tell me a little bit more about that.
She worked with a woman for a long time and was a caretaker for a woman with Alzheimer's. And I mean, really, at the end of the day, what she'd like to do is figure out how to cure Alzheimer's.
That's amazing. That's awesome, man. Good for her. So she's got a passion for helping people.
Yeah.
So she's helping you.
Oh yeah.
She's helped you lose weight. Was she there with you during the weight loss? Or
she pushed me.
Was she worried about your health?
Sure.
Worried about your heart?
She's more worried about my health than I am, dude.
That's a good woman, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Does she cook?
Sometimes.
Do you guys eat out a lot?
Not as often as we used to.
Do you meal prep?
I do.
I mean, as much money as you make now, you could probably just get a chef to meal prep a lot of meals for you.
Well, I mean, I just go pick them up.
That's cool.
You know.
Who do you like as the best?
So my accountant, his brother, his name's Chef Paul. He does meal prep, and then I'll go to Clean Eats and pick up a bunch of meals.
Eats. What kind of food do they serve?
Well, I mean, like what I'll get is keto meals.
What's a keto?
So just no carbs.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Oh, it's easy, dude.
No carbs?
Mm-hmm.
See, I limit sugars.
It's the same damn thing.
Is it? Yeah.
Sugars and everything. And sugars is just carbs. So
Yeah.
breads have a shitload of sugar, a shitload of carbs.
One thing I am going to do is you're special. I love you. You've been a friend of mine since 2005, right?
Hell, even before that. I mean, like I met you when I was in
High school.
when I was 16. Yeah, in high
I
school.
thought I met you when you were 16.
For sure, because
Yeah.
Max was working for you then.
Yes, I thought you were.
Did
16.
you remember Adam Charles?
Yes.
The big, tall, goofy guy with the red truck.
Yep.
You know, he's been out of prison and everything.
Oh, that's one of your friends?
No. He was friends with, between friends with Maxim and I.
Right.
And then that's how I got introduced to Maxim.
Right.
Was through Adam.
And Max is with me now.
Yeah.
Max is amazing.
He is,
Like,
dude.
I love him.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm telling you, if I could get 100 more Maxims.
You'd have it made, dude.
We could open up 3,000 stores. Like,
Yeah.
The guy's just a workhorse, man. He's smart. He loves what he does. Him and Tracy, they're really good people. You know, they came over, had some drinks with me at my bar, and every time I think about specialty cocktails, I think of him.
Yeah.
Like ... Stefan.
Oh, yeah.
All those guys.
For sure.
I'd love to have him on. I love Stefan. He's amazing. You go there? You
Yeah.
like ...
I don't go there often enough, but I've been, and I
We
really
go
like
a few.
the bar.
We have some friends that go there. I like to go there every once in a while. Crunkleton, I like.
I was there last week.
I like
Place
that place.
rocks.
Dude, their pecan pie,
Oh, was it good?
bro. Like, I
Thought
don't
you were
care.
staying away from sugar.
Fucking no. It's Friday night, Crunkleton. That's my cheat night, man. Seriously, Crunkleton has the best pecan pie. They make in house. It's delicious.
You been to Steak 48?
I have not. I can't get
You're
in.
fucking up.
Huh?
Go.
Well, you got to get me in.
I will.
I don't know anybody. See,
I
you
do.
know everybody. I'm now nobody.
That is the best restaurant in
See, I
Charlotte.
know you, so I know everybody.
Yeah.
See, I need to get back in your little circle because
Oh, yeah.
I stay out of it now. I'm kind of just the chill guy now.
Steak 48 is where it's at, dude.
Well, you got to hook a brother up. Yeah.
So
So anyway, going back to opening up your business, your house was your bank, and do you have a mortgage on your house now?
Oh, yeah.
You still do,
Oh, yeah. I always will. I'll never pay off my house.
and why is that?
All the financial investors tell you not to pay off your house.
Really?
No.
They tell you that because
Yeah, just
money's
keep
too
a
cheap.
payment.
That's your bank. Keep taking that 100 grand, keep taking that 50 grand, keep turning it and burning it and put it into new things.
Yeah.
Yeah, money's going down in value.
Yeah. You think?
Now, what do you think about Bitcoin? I don't know that much about it. What is your
I don't know a whole lot about it either.
Yeah.
But I do know that we're going to create a NFT and a DAO and a couple different things for this new project we're coming out with.
You're creating your own NFT? Really? Who's doing that for you? Turn me on. I want a Sunstoppers NFT.
You could do it.
Tell me.
You could easily do
Let's
it.
go. How do we do it?
Yeah, I'll get you in touch
I'll
with my
give
guys.
people percentages. They can buy window tint for life. Buy an NFT for me today, and now you have window tint, 1% of free window tint for life.
It would be easy for you guys to do it here.
Help a brother out.
I will. Yeah, I'll get you linked up with
I'm
guys.
so glad I had you on the podcast because here now I've got you back in my circle. I can bug you now and pick your brain.
But I do want to mention something we've got coming up. I'm not going to go too far into detail.
Yeah. What is it?
We're breaking ground on a project. It's on the North Carolina-Virginia border. It's called Canaan.
Canaan. What?
So it's 80 acres that we've purchased on the border of North Carolina, Virginia. And I do want to just say kind of like start following along with our social media with Crowntown and follow along Canaan.
I'm going to spread this, and this is going to go Crowntown Land.
No, it's Canaan.
Canaan. Bro, that's amazing.
the name of the property.
Hey, I just poured, I don't know if you know much about whiskey.
Sure.
Do you know this?
Yeah.
You know what this is?
Yeah, Whistle Pig, Boss Hog.
Yeah. You know, that's good stuff, right? Hey.
My brother probably shit if he saw me drinking this. Cheers, brother.
You got to go slow.
Oh, yeah.
This ain't a shot.
I'm not shooting it. That's for damn sure.
Oh, man, that's good. It's good. Smooth.
Very.
Do you like whiskey?
I do.
Yeah, it's one of
Very
my
limited amounts, but I do like whiskey.
Yeah, I love to sip it. It's really good. It's tasteful. I don't crack open this for everyone.
Well, I feel special.
Well, you are.
I do.
You're one of the OGs, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I've known you since you're 16.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I'm really proud of you. I've been following you for years, like through, like I said earlier when you got here, Charles, Maxim. I keep up with you on social media. And I just have seen you grown. And, I was looking for some guests on this podcast, and I was sitting there like, man, I really want to have Dan because you have such a unique story. And, you've lost weight. How many times have you gained weight and lost weight?
I lost a bunch of weight when I was in high school, and then again when I was 23, and now this time. But this is the last time.
What was the heaviest that you've ever been?
355.
You were 355 pounds, and now you're 265? Yeah, you look freaking awesome.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. You look fucking good.
Thank
If
you.
I was a girl, I'd be like, I want him.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a trainer now, so I mean, he definitely keeps me like on my shit. You know what I mean?
Where do you work out?
It's a little personal studio. It's called My Fit Space. It's an Indian Trail. It's actually right past your shop.
Okay, cool.
Down there.
Yeah, and he does a good job.
Does an awesome job.
What's the guy's name?
Ian Smith.
And he works you out doing what?
We do full body workouts 3 days a week. So I mean, he'll kind of switch me up for my whole body like during the week. So like Thursdays is legs, which sucks. I wish we would switch that because I'm going into the
What
weekend.
kind of leg works out you doing? Lunges, squats,
lunges.
power, all that crap. Now, are you traditional like lifting weights, or are you doing any kind of bands? Or
We do some bands. We do
Okay.
some band work.
I like bands.
I do too.
They
I do
really
too.
are really good for the consistent
They're very
resistance.
effective.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Micah, do you do bands? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Micah used to be a professional baseball player,
Okay.
and
Nice.
he's trained with some of the best athletes in the world, and the guy's amazing. He looks like literally Clark Kent. He could be Superman's stunt double. What'd you play? Wingate College? Yeah, he was good, man. He was a great baseball player. Did you you got injured though, right? Yeah, he had a lot of shoulder surgery. Shoulder and elbow.
Torn labrum.
Yeah,
Mine's torn right now.
yeah. You don't need it,
Yeah, it does suck.
but you don't need it.
It hurts.
You don't need your rotator cuff or your labrum.
Yeah, I mean, I could live without it, but I've definitely got to get it fixed.
So when you get in surgery, you said April what?
June 1st.
Oh, June 1st. And who's doing that?
Who the fuck knows, dude? Whatever Dr. Nabon set me up with.
Please do your research.
I have. I mean, he's got a good 5-star reviews, like whatever.
I got you, but just make sure you do your research.
It's not a super invasive surgery, so
How long is the heal time?
4 to 6 months.
That long?
That's what they said. 4 to 6 weeks in a cast or a
So Canaan is the next thing.
yeah.
How long is that going to take to get open?
We break ground 420 this
Is it
year.
an amusement park for is it going to be like cabins or
Kind of like a resort,
like a resort for cannabis?
tiny homes.
Okay. Is it legal in, you said Virginia?
Recreational is legal in Virginia, but it's not there, if that makes sense. So, like, they have it as a Virginia resident. You can grow plants.
But can you smoke
but you
marijuana
can't-
in Virginia legally?
You can, but you can't go to a store and buy it yet.
Okay.
Okay.
But you can have it on your person.
Correct.
And how much can you have?
I want to say you can have a half ounce or an ounce, one or the other.
What's legal now? Like I thought the U.S. federal regulations, like if you can have a quarter bag on you now for recreation, even in North Carolina.
Federally, you can't have anything. Now, I mean, like in North Carolina, it's decriminalized to a half ounce.
Half ounce. How much is a half ounce? Like what's that? A baggie?
14 grams.
I don't know what that is. Like you take a baggie, like a
Half of a Ziploc bag,
half of a Ziploc bag.
depending on the nug structure.
Okay. Now, can you smoke CBD?
Yes.
So you can take marijuana plants.
So they're actually hemp plants.
What's the difference?
So there's a difference.
I don't know the difference.
Hemp,
Explain
hemp
the difference.
contains significantly more CBD than marijuana does.
Hemp plants have more CBD.
And
Marijuana
less THC.
has more THC.
Correct.
So now what they do is they take the hemp plant and it has THC.
It does.
It has very little though.
That's correct.
Okay, so
and the genetics are, basically selected to where they have a certain amount of THC once it's fully grown and ready to go and produced.
Okay. How long when you grow a plant from like when you plant the seed, nurture it to where you can actually harvest it? How long does that take?
Depends on if you're doing indoor or outdoor. Indoors,
What does most people do?
It really depends on where you are.
Okay.
I
would think indoor year
For
round.
instance, Nevada is all indoor. They're in the fucking desert.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't grow weed outdoors.
Right.
So they have 1 million square foot facilities where they're growing indoors. And you can get plants in less than 3 months.
So 3 months from start to finish. You can put a seed in, water it, grow it, put Miracle Grow. Do they fertilize it?
They fertilize it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Infrared lamps.
LEDs. A lot of times.
And then they do steam, like not steam, but like a water system where it just kind of mist water all the time or something.
Yeah, depending on.
You've
what
seen
you got
these
going
plants?
on. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen them all. I've seen indoor, outdoor.
All right. So I want to ask this question: the cash that you get, you can legally put in the bank.
So banking's a bitch, man.
I've heard
honestly.
it was. I want to hear a little bit more about
when
that.
we first got going, I went to 3 or 4 different banks. They were like, just go to hell. We won't even entertain you.
Really?
Now, had I known, that CBD was going to be such a bitch to like market, brand, bank, all this different stuff, I probably would have just named it like a marketing company, Charlotte Marketing Company or something, and we would that's what we would have been. So, it would have been a much easier LLC to walk into a bank and go, yeah, I'm Charlotte Marketing Company. I need a bank account. Okay, cool. That's great. No problem.
They would have never even.
They had no idea, But instead, I'm walking in. Yeah, we're Charlotte CBD, and they're like, yeah, we don't. No.
So they turned you down at a bank to open a bank account.
And then we went to
the banks.
I called every bank in town,
and they all said no.
Well, I finally got a hold of PNC, and the guy said, "Yeah, come see me tomorrow. We'll take care of it. We'll get you done." And I was like, "Really?"
He didn't know what you were doing.
No, he knew exactly what the hell we were doing.
He didn't care.
He did care, and eventually ended up losing his job because him and the girl he set me up with credit card processing in Pennsylvania said that we were a nail shop.
Oh.
And we didn't know. We never knew this.
Do you still bank at PNC?
I do not.
Where do you bank now?
Because PNC literally kicked us off in the middle of a sales day. No credit card processing, no nothing. Go to hell. You are done. Get your money out of our bank right now.
So where'd you go?
Went to Charlotte Metro Credit Union for a week. I went there with $250,000, put it in the personal checking account, and deposited $100,000 that week. And they said, "Go to hell. Get out of here." So
what? This is what people don't understand. Like this podcast is amazing because I'm learning something now from you that I had no idea that you have to struggle with.
And then we were literally like opening different Square accounts. So my business partner's wife, her name is Nikki. We opened Nikki's Lotions LLC. Well, Nikki's Lotions did $100,000 in 5 days. And Square kicked us off for that. They're like, "Yeah, there's no fucking way, dude."
This is incredible.
So then,
so what?
This dude walks in our door to wholesale us honey.
Honey.
Mm-hmm. And you've heard of Cloister Honey Company?
Yeah.
They're in Charlotte.
Yeah.
There's a Cloister street or road off Providence Road.
Wow.
That's where they came up with it. They live on that street.
Okay.
And he's like, "Yeah, CBD honey, blah blah blah." I was like, "Well, who do you bank with?" And he says BB&T, and I'm like, "Well, I need your connection today." And called out there, and lo and behold, they're like, "Yeah, we'll do CBD merchanting accounts." And
so you're still with BB&T?
Truist?
It's Truist now.
Truist now.
That's my bank.
Are they? Yeah, I did know that actually. Yeah, you've been with BB&T the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were small, and now they're Truist. But the reason I stayed with BB&T is one reason: the mortgage on my house. They don't sell their mortgages.
Okay.
So I could go by and make my payment through the drive-thru.
Yeah.
I want to know my house payment is made, and here it is. Here's the payment. And that's what I liked about BB&T is that was the only reason. And they were about 5 minutes down from my house.
Yeah.
So I could just pop down there. I think being a member of a credit union actually is pretty powerful too.
It is.
Because you have a lot more power, I think, to get things done at a credit union. Are you a member of a credit union?
Not now.
You were?
Well, I told you we joined Charlotte Metro.
Oh, Charlotte Metro. Yeah. I didn't know you could join a Charlotte Metro. I thought you had to be invited or something.
I don't remember how we got in there.
That's what I thought that credit unions, because when I was at a credit union, I was at Carolina's Federal Telco. And I ended up getting invited to be at Carolina's Telco, and there's a family member that has to be, and then you're
involved or something, right?
Yes. It's like it was piggybacked off of a family member or something like that.
See, I got a auto loan through Coastal Federal Credit Union. They're like all over Raleigh.
Yeah.
From Hendrick Honda.
Okay.
But I had to pay like a $25 fee or something to become a member, and then I was able to get my auto loan from there.
So you've had no problems since being at BB&T?
Knock on wood. Not
and how long you been with them? 2 years?
No, like 3.5.
So where's the next store? Is Candyland your biggest new thing that you're focusing on now, and you're going to stay content with 3 stores?
Well, we're open to Noda now.
So
Noda's going to be number 4.
Okay, so number 4.
Noda's right above Cabo Fish Taco.
How are you finding your staff? Do they find you? They like to work there? You pay them good?
I mean, most of my staff that I have in Charlotte has been here since day one. My Columbia staff, almost all of them have been here since day one. Like it's awesome.
It's a loyal little community.
It really is.
Are they customers too?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do they get like big discounts?
To work for us, sure.
Well, you give them 50% off?
No, not that much.
10?
No.
Hey, here's your payment for the week, and at the door, all the men get hard D on Friday.
Yeah, right. There you go. All right, guys, it's Thursday. Get out there and play ball. Yeah,
that's awesome, man. I love it.
But yeah, I mean, we have just as many staffing woes as any other retail company out there.
Are you paid pretty good?
We do.
What's the starting pay?
I think we start them at $10.
$10 an hour?
But I mean, that's part time.
Okay, part time.
That's like
20
low.
hours, 15, 20 hours a week.
But then we also do a commission structure. So as long as they're selling our products and they're making more money on that.
So if I'm working for you and I'm like been there for a while, what's like a good weekly top pay for your top performer? You're a performer. You're a closer. You got paid commission. You know what it's like.
I mean, you could probably clear $1,000
a week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to sell CBD lotions. Now, how knowledgeable do you have to be to work there?
Very knowledgeable. And if you're not, then we'll train you to be very knowledgeable.
Okay. So knowledge is power.
That's what really sets us apart from other stores is that, yeah, I mean, you can walk into any CBD store in Charlotte and 99% of the time they're going to be like, well, this just came in or this is new or they don't know shit.
Right.
I mean, honestly, my guys will walk you through what your issue is, what your problem is, what your kids' issues are, and really have a full in-depth conversation with you before they try to sell you anything. They're never going to try and sell you anything.
Right.
They're just going to offer you what you need.
I had a guy tell me one time, and I'm going to completely agree with this.
Mm-hmm.
Sales is all about solving a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not right?
Oh, yeah.
If you have a problem, I don't care what it is. Like when we tint windows, you want your windows darker.
Uh-huh.
You want to get some of the sun out of your car.
Yeah,
you
whether
want
it's glare
some
reduction,
privacy. You want some type of privacy.
Mm-hmm.
You want some type of security. You want some type of something.
Mm-hmm.
So when we advertise the problem.
Right.
We fix the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So when you advertise, what do you advertise the problem as being? Joint pain.
Yeah, I mean, like joint pain, inflammation,
sleeping,
depression, sleep.
I have
anxiety.
I have a problem sleeping.
I got plenty of products for you.
And melatonin does not work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol works. Sex works.
Mm-hmm.
Yoga works. Swimming. You know what's really crazy is that when I used to go to the Y before it closed down for COVID and crap, I used to go swim late at night, and I'd come home just super relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
I'd fall in bed.
I love swimming.
I do too. It's amazing. It's good cardio. It's good for your heart. It's good for your body, your joints. But what's good for sleeping, man? Because I have a problem sleeping.
Some of our newer stuff is like Delta 8. So it's a different form of THC.
Okay. Delta
9 THC is illegal. That's what's physically written on the books as, this is marijuana, this is illegal.
Okay.
DEA, Schedule 1 drug. Delta 8 THC is one atom off from Delta 9. And it is really good for sleep.
Have you tried it?
Oh, yeah. And
So
my mom, I'll put it to you this way, dude. Like when I started this business, one thing I was looking for was a way to get my mom to go to sleep. She's had sleeping issues for 20 plus years, as long as I can remember.
Right.
And she takes sleeping pills. She's prescribed sleeping pills. She was taking melatonin. I mean, anything and everything. Like she would take the whole kitchen sink to try to go to sleep. And I've told every single vendor that I've ever met in this business since I started, if you can get my mom to go to sleep with your product, I will put it on my shelves. No questions asked. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what it costs. You know what I mean? I don't care.
Right.
And once Delta 8 came out, I said, Mom, look, this is a little stronger than the regular CBD, but I was like, I really want you to try this. And she did. And she actually told me last Thursday, I was over at her house eating dinner. And she said for the first time in her life, she is taking nothing to go to sleep.
Your mom.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what product?
It's Delta 8. So, I mean, like I've got Delta 8 gummies.
Where's
in my
that
brand.
made?
What's that?
Where's that made?
The ones that we have are actually made in Colorado.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And they're made in Colorado, and they're heavy on the hemp.
Well, it's Delta 8 THC. So, I mean, like it's hemp derived still, but it's got a lot of THC in it.
So it's heavier on the THC. Okay. And I've tried some of the gummies that they've given me. It's called a 1-to-1.
Right.
And that's what I've tried. I got from Colorado. I went skiing. I go there, buy this little packet. It's like a white thing. They pop the cap off. It's like gummy. And
did it work?
It's 5 milligrams. What is that?
That's not super strong.
See, I can't take anything over 10. It makes me dizzy. I wake up with a fog in the morning.
But you're talking about Delta 9.
I'm talking about the stuff that I don't know what I bought.
Colorado.
In Colorado. It was a real THC. It was a real Colorado gummy, not here in North Carolina, so it didn't have the rules and regulations you have. But it was a 1-to-1, and it had 5 milligrams. And 5 milligrams, I guess, is the THC. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, so I had a 5 milligram THC, and that seemed to work pretty good. Because in Colorado, the altitude was getting to me. I was on a ski trip, and I wanted to be able to get something to kind of go to bed. But I could never really sleep good in Colorado because I always felt like I was thirsty.
Oh, yeah.
So thirsty.
My mom had the same issue when she started taking Delta 8.
I was just really
She would wake up in the
thirsty.
middle of the night and have to drink water.
Just really thirsty. I'd
Just
have a
cotton
bottle.
mouth.
Yeah, I mean, literally a bottle of water by the bed. Yeah.
She had the same issue.
But now she's doing good. That's awesome. And so what's
And
next?
I think, dude, really, I mean, like, you know, she was stuck on the pills, but they weren't working, right, to go to sleep. So she would take them anyways.
Right.
And then once she knocked those out and stopped taking those and was falling asleep naturally with the THC, that she got to a point where she just didn't need any of this shit anymore.
That's awesome.
You know,
How old's your mom?
she is 69 this year.
You and her really
68
close?
right now. Yeah.
She's cool? Your
Yeah,
mom?
she was huge on getting me started with the business.
Your
and-
mama's boy?
Oh, yeah.
She proud of you?
Oh, yeah, man.
What have
She
you
is.
done? What have you done for her since you bought? Like since you're making money now, have you done anything for her? Anything special?
Nothing too spectacular yet. I'm not quite to a point that I can, you know what I mean? Like do big things for her, but I will.
You're still reinvesting what you're making. Gotcha. So you're making good money. You're living pretty good. You're comfortable,
Yeah.
and you're making new plays. So you're taking the money and putting it back in the game.
Oh, yeah, man.
See, that's what a lot of guys in business don't realize.
No, they go and piss away their money.
No shit. It's like
And I mean,
it's like a professional athlete.
When we started, I mean, like I wouldn't even let us take paychecks.
Yeah.
You know what I
still
mean?
wanted
When
to
we got
live
going.
like
even when we were killing it in the beginning, I was like, you know, we are going to take the absolute bare minimum we can take out of this business and survive.
Do you pay yourself a salary?
We do now.
You all salary. Taxes taken out. Everything's good. Do you have a good accountant?
Yeah.
Who's your accountant?
His name's Charles.
Where's he at?
One of our buddies. He's in my office. He's in house. We hired him.
I need a good accountant.
Yeah, he works for
You
us.
sub him out to me?
If he has time,
It's a full-time
we
job.
keep him pretty fucking busy.
Yeah, I
dude.
know. Believe me, my accountant just retired. I'm looking for a new one.
Was it your dad?
No, my dad retired
Retired a
years
while
ago.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a long time ago. He was like, son, you outgrew me. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you outgrew me,
Yeah.
which was probably a good compliment, I guess you could say.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
And I had a really good accountant, Christine Carr in Matthews. She just retired. The guy that took over the place, he's new. He came from the corporate world, so he doesn't have that good old boy
Mentality.
He just didn't make me feel warm and fuzzy.
Yeah.
You're playing with my money.
Yeah.
You got to earn that trust.
Oh, yeah.
Like 100%. Like you're playing with my money. You're playing with taxes. I don't want to get in trouble, you know, and
No, I completely agree.
you ever been audited
Oh, yeah.
because of the business? Yeah.
I mean, the business has been audited too.
Yeah.
You know, they started seeing the numbers and they were like, yeah, we don't know.
It's
you know?
scary, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I've been through it. I've been through an IRS audit, man. I literally spent months and
Yeah.
months. I mean, it was crazy. But the thing is, I'm on payroll. I
Yeah.
got payroll taxes being
Yeah.
taken out of my check. I make good money on payroll, so it supports my lifestyle. I don't buy crazy, stupid stuff I can't afford. I make cash deposits. But over COVID, we don't take much cash anymore. There's
Right.
very little cash coming in.
Yeah.
And that's fine with me, actually.
me
I
too.
like the transit. I like to go to my Square and look at my reports and go, oh, I can see trends. I can see the reports. So
For sure.
I think over COVID, it's like I think a lot of stores just quit fucking with cash.
Well, then there was the chain shortage and all that bullshit. So,
Well, the way I look at it is, man, I don't have to worry about theft.
right.
I don't have
No, I
to.
completely agree
I don't
with
have to worry about a guy coming in and going, "Hey,
Completely
man,
agree.
I'll pay you $150 cash on the side." Dude.
Uh-huh.
No. It's $300. Get your car tinted. Here's your credit card.
Yeah. Put it on the credit card.
Yeah. I mean, when you're $150, I think cash is pretty good. But when you start getting $300, people aren't really carrying $300 cash,
No.
which is fine. I love that. And,
Yeah.
And that gives me more of a peace of mind at night when I go to bed. I'm sitting there going, all right, nobody's stealing from my shops. Everybody's cool. We get very little cash. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Years ago, in the Lightning Mike days,
Oh, it was all cash. Bro.
it was
all day long.
crazy, bro. Like,
Pocket one, 10 more.
bro, we went to Vinny's. I don't know.
Yeah. I remember all that.
I used to buy the
Matthews.
bar. And not the Vinny's there, the one on South End.
Okay.
I used to go there and the one in Matthews. And I used to take the guys after work and we used to go party. I used to go to the strip clubs.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd walk in, baller status.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, man, when you came from college and worked in the corporate world and you lost a lot of your friends, man, I'm not saying that people that were gangbangers and drug dealers became my friends, but I respected their hustle.
Oh yeah.
I learned a lot from them, man. The loyalty, the seniority, the respect. How much did you learn from them? Did you learn anything from them? Like just
loads.
Loads of them. If they were selling CBD.
And the hustle too, dude.
It's the hustle.
Those
Can't
guys
teach
hustle
the
their
hustle.
asses off.
You know, here's the thing, man. When you wake up in the morning, I can't teach a guy to have a good attitude, passion, drive, or hustle. I can teach you, like you just said, I can teach you the product of
or the
CBD.
sales or the knowledge or whatever the hell you want.
Can't
Sure.
teach you hustle.
No.
Yeah. Who taught you hustle?
I think kind of just myself, dude. Between me and the streets.
Did you play sports?
For a little while.
In college or high school?
No, just high school. And I would have continued, but my coach got fired my junior year, and I quit playing for the guy that came in.
Would you play football? Yeah, I tried football, man. It was just a job. I felt like it was a job.
I loved it, dude. My problem with football was I didn't play football as a kid.
Okay.
So I didn't know the fundamentals of football. I didn't know shit.
You're just a big dude.
Yes.
You just went out there and fucking
You know, and it was basically like, hit this dude in the mouth and you're going to be fine. And it was like, okay. But I never knew, you know, like where the ball was going or the left to right or, you know, whether or not the safety was going to come around or
Did you ever figure it out?
No. I mean, now, sure.
Of course.
You know, now I sit down and watch the Panthers and I know exactly what's going to happen.
Right.
You know? But as like actually putting on his, you know, the helmet and the fucking shoulder pads and everything, I had no idea what the hell was going on ever in my whole career.
You know, I always tell people coaching is so important because you can find a bond with a coach.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're young, if you get a bad coach, say you got a little kid that's like 9 and he's a badass little athlete, like he's playing basketball or something, he gets a bad coach and he tells his dad when he's 10 and a half, I don't want to play basketball. You could have lost Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
You could have lost the next Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
I look at coaches as, I mean, I know they're volunteering their time in like the recreational sports, but it's just very difficult to find. Like when I grew up, man, I do remember a lot of my good coaches.
Yeah.
They were good mentors to me.
Yeah.
They challenged me. They pushed me to my limits. And martial arts was really big for me.
See, I never got into that. My brother did.
I love it.
And I know it's very, very good with discipline. You know what I mean? And I know if I have kids, I'm going to make them do it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love the camaraderie. I love the brotherhood. And here's the thing. You got to leave your ego. The thing everyone says, you got to leave your ego at the door. And here's the thing that as I got older, when I was younger, you know, the belts were important to me when I was young, right? Because it measured your level of success. When I got older, I never wanted a belt, okay? Because I feel like no matter what belt you have, you're constantly learning. And I feel like when you get a black belt, okay, so the way I looked at it, and I could be totally wrong. this is my vision. I'm owning this. Say I'm a white belt, and I'm doing jiu-jitsu with a black belt. I'm walking into the battle already lost, okay? But if you've got no belt, and I've got no belt, I'm going to walk into you going,
I can take this dude.
I can take this dude.
That's right.
It's a mental thing.
Yeah, the colors are relevant. Doesn't mean shit.
Right. Okay. So I feel like when you have belts, it deters the younger white belts and yellow belts from pushing their mental capacity. And I feel like it's wrong. I feel like now if in martial arts, if they could get rid of all the belts, just get rid of them. You're going to learn from the time you do martial arts to the time you stop doing martial arts. You're not ever going to stop. Even the guys that are like the 7th degree, whatever, black belt, they're still challenging themselves. They're still pushing themselves. Right now, you're successful. You've got a great CBD business. And guess what you're doing? You're buying 80 acres. You're buying a candy land. And you're pushing the envelope, right?
Yeah.
Because you're constantly challenging yourself, right? In martial arts, you're challenging yourself. I'm in battle with myself. When I go into a battle, if I lose, I lost to me.
Right.
I didn't push myself. I didn't challenge myself. I didn't get enough knowledge. And you get up and you see in the respect in the UFC, these guys get out there, they bow, they're nice. Some of them are. I think the older days was better. I think now it's more like they're trying to be like the WWE and be entertainers to get more marketing power to create the juices flowing for the promotional value. But if you look at the UFC when it first started, it was very respectful. It was very honorable. These people were out there, you know, just really respecting each other as competitors. Yeah. Right. And I think now it's become more of a social media circus, and everybody's trying to like just promote the next guy
and make money.
It's all about the money now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's next after, and what is your projection on this project that you got working on?
So, I mean, we're supposed to break ground we are breaking ground 420 this year.
So 420 is everything.
Yep.
And who created 420? Do you even know?
There's a couple different tales of how 420 started.
Was this like Cheech and Chong?
It was like a police call, supposedly back in the day. Hey, we got a 420.
I just think of Cheech and Chong.
And I would too. I mean, they're like the old school, OGs.
Yeah, the van with the old G van, the Chevy with the little smoke shop in it.
But I mean, it's become a very nationalized marijuana holiday.
420. And so you think it was a police call for marijuana or something?
That's what they say. I mean, like I said, there's a couple different tales of where 420 came from.
Wow.
But then we're going to do not a grand opening of the store in Noda, but like a party, just kind of like hey, we're coming, we're going to be here.
So what other states you going looking at? You going to do anything anywhere else?
Not right this second. I mean, like we do offer franchises.
Oh, really?
Of the stores, yeah.
How do I become an investor?
I can send you everything you need.
So if I have 50 grand, I want to invest. What do I do with it?
That would halfway get you there.
100 grand.
About 150 is what you're going to need to go.
To open one. Okay.
And
Start to finish.
Store build out. That is first
so
of
you're
all.
14 grand, 80 grand in your first store is now 150.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
that's a fee to us up front for the marketing and the name.
How much is that?
25,000.
So you're a legitimate franchise. So you've got a UFOC pack?
Yeah, we've got an FDD and everything.
Really? Who did that for you?
A guy down in Atlanta, Georgia.
Can you turn me on to him?
Yeah.
How much was it?
I'm not remembering off the top of my head.
20, 30 grand?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Reasonable?
Yeah, he was very reasonable.
He did your business plan. He did your...
Everything.
He did it all. Yeah, I need his number. We want to do that to our flat glass vision.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I want to franchise just the flat glass, not the auto. Auto is a bunch of moving parts. Flat glass is easy. It's a job.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll show you roller shades, blinds, tent, boom, we are done.
Yeah.
I'm in.
But
how long did it take?
Like I said, about 150 all in.
So how long did it take for him to start the franchise for you?
It wasn't long.
Like 3 months?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. And so, okay, 150 grand all in. Now, how much you need in inventory for your first store, and what size store do you recommend?
Well, we recommend about 2,000 square feet.
So 2,000
what we started
square feet.
with.
And
you could go more, you could go less.
And you can only bank at BB&T.
I don't know if they're accepting new CBD right now or not, just because of the switch.
Oh, Truist.
To Truist.
Yeah. So what banks are now lenient on this?
I'm not even really sure at this point, dude. I've got a couple different contacts here and there,
So we would buy all our materials through you. We buy everything through you, distribution.
Yeah, everything comes from our distribution
company. So we
just
say, hey, man, I need how much inventory will I need? The 150 gets you the inventory, the build out.
That's inventory.
So that's everything. I want to start a store, 150 grand.
That's turnkey.
Turnkey. And how long would it take for me to make that back in a good area? And how much staff do I need to run it?
Should be within your first year.
So first year, you'll make 150 grand. But do I need to work the store? Can I just hire staff and be an investor?
You can do either one.
Can I hire some of your staff to come in and train? How much training does that?
So we do offer training regardless. You know what I mean? Like I've got a guy that once you come in the door, he'll train you for 1 week in our warehouse, teach you everything you need to know.
Okay.
And then once your store is ready to go, he'll come to your store and he'll stay there for a week. And if you need him longer, he'll stay longer.
Is that part of the franchise fee? It's just he's included. So if you sell 10 in a week, you're gonna
we wouldn't.
Have you sold any yet?
I haven't. I've got 2 guys that have been actively seeking real estate, but I mean, they're having a really hard time finding a lease, just like we did in the beginning, believe it or not.
Maybe I'll be the one.
And you could be.
I have no problem doing that.
Yeah.
Maybe I could expand into something different.
I mean, the real estate's like probably the biggest hurdle we're having right now.
Well, I'll just build a building.
And you could do that too.
I've got some real estate.
You could definitely do that too.
Yeah. I'm actually purchasing some land right now. I'm selling a building that I currently own in Charlotte now.
Whereabouts?
The one I have on Almar Road, the old 50s gas station on Almar Road.
Is your store in there now?
Yeah, Sunstopper's in there now.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know you owned that.
I owned the building. I bought it about 8 years ago. And,
Nice.
It's about an acre, a little over an acre. It was an old gas station. It went up a lot in value, but I've got a store 6 miles away, another one 6 miles away. And I know I own the real estate, but I've got the boom it's booming.
It's here.
I'd take it.
I'm taking
it off the table.
I would.
And I can now take that money and buy a CBD franchise.
Yeah, there you go. And it's not going anywhere.
But the thing is, people you're consistently averaging, like your store in Noda averages how much a month in sales?
Well, it's not open.
Oh, the one, I'm talking Plaza Midway. A month, just a month, average. Like if you go the last 2 years, what do you average a month in sales? 80, 90, 100 grand?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay. Columbia's 80, 90, 100 or 120?
About the same.
Okay. And then the one that you have in Concord now is 80, 90. They're all...
Concord's not there yet.
60?
Maybe.
Is it profitable?
Oh, yeah.
So how long from the time you open the doors, pay the staff, get your inventory, that you're actually cash positive, so you're not going in the hole? 3 months, 2 months?
Concord was, probably 3 to 4 months.
So 3 or 4 months,
Something
boom.
like that. Mm-hmm.
So how much management do you have to go and oversight that store yourself?
Oh, we don't. I don't.
That store's, who manages it now?
This girl named Carrie.
Okay, so you hired a manager for it.
Yeah, well, she worked at Central, and then we transferred her over
Okay,
there.
so you took and grew the people in-house, right? And then expanded them? So you took
Yes.
the people from there and then
Yes.
put them, okay. So you groomed them, homegrown them, and then gave them opportunity. Do you pay them as managers? Do you pay them more, pay them better?
Oh, yeah.
So you basically plant a seed in each one that basically was trained by you, trained by your staff.
Yeah, because we try to hire from within as much as we possibly can.
Promote within.
Yeah.
Does any of the people that work for you want to own one?
Oh, yeah.
Would you?
I mean, I've got one of those guys looking right now, too.
Is he interested in coming up with the money, or are you going to finance it to him, or what?
He had an outside investor, but he's kind of messing around with him. So, I mean, we might end up just internally financing at this point.
Right.
Because I want to get him going.
Tell him to go get a loan on his car.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Bro, I'm so proud of you, man. I know you got to wrap it up. You're sweating. What are you vaping over there? What are you doing?
It's a Nick vape.
Nick? So you still smoke?
Here and there. Not cigarettes, though.
No.
Cigarettes have been out of the picture for a long
Is that
time.
just nicotine in a... Really? What does nicotine do?
It just kind of keeps me level-headed,
Yeah?
you know.
Yeah. What's your favorite drink? Like if you go out drinking, what are you going to drink?
Today, honestly, dude, a Truly or a White Claw.
A White Claw. You drink beer? You like beer?
Not regular beer, just seltzers.
Seltzers.
It's light. It's light on alcohol. You know, I don't get super intoxicated. I can drink a bunch of them if I want to. I can drink one of them if I want to.
If I had some people, friends of mine, they're all talking about the microbrews and stuff and all the. I'm like, bro, I can't drink beer.
I started to, man, and that's what put on a ton of weight for me too. I mean, just like drinking bread.
It just gets me gassy.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
And it's just loads of carbs.
Loads. So you go drink 3 beers. You're fat. You're bloated.
You're full.
You're farting on the way home. You think your girl wants to have sex? No. You smell like beer. You're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like Homer Simpson.
Yeah. Pretty much, dude. Anything you want to say? Anything else? You want to wrap it up? What's up?
I think that's good, man. I appreciate you having me on the show.
This is freaking amazing.
Yeah, it was really good to see you and catch up.
Yeah, you too, man. Help promote me.
I will.
Yeah.
I always do.
Was this
I send
fun?
guys your way all the time, dude.
Was this fun?
I got my uncle driving in from Raleigh to get his windows tinted by you guys.
That's awesome.
I wouldn't let him do it up there.
I love it.
Yeah, this is a blast.
You like it? Is this your first podcast?
I've done some with work because we have a podcast called Let's Be Blunt.
You do. So you've done this before. Okay, so you're very. I was wondering why you're such a natural at this.
Well, I mean, I've done a radio show in Charlotte too. Ray Terry, Around Your House.
Okay.
We promote him. He promotes us. But I've done his radio show.
Well, I hope you kill it for 2022.
Appreciate it, man.
5
You
mil.
too.
Is that the goal? 5?
Yeah, at least.
I love it.
Let's do it.
Love it. You just get reinvest and take the salaries. You guys take bonuses. You use company cards for expenses.
No, we don't spend a ton of company money, dude.
What are you driving right now?
Lexus GX 460.
That's a big SUV. Anything else?
Uh-uh.
You know, cool rides.
No.
Bro, you got to wrap something CBD Charlotte or what's it called? Crown.
Well, we've got a tour bus.
You got
that
a
we
tour
bought
bus?
a pre-post tour bus,
That's sick.
and it's getting wrapped probably in the next 2 weeks.
Sick.
And then we've got 2 mini short buses that we bought that we're getting those wrapped.
What are you gonna do with those?
They're going to be mobile dispensaries.
Amazing.
Yeah, so they'll be running around Charlotte. You know, you can catch us at bars, nightclubs, events, basketball games, things like
That's sick.
Yeah.
See, I love your brain, man.
And we'll be selling straight off the trucks.
Man, I'm gonna have to send you a bill for 2 Lightning Mike days.
Hell yeah, dude.
College education by Mike. I love it, bro. Thank you so much for coming on the air, and
Yeah.
I hope everybody enjoyed listening. And this is Mike Burke with Real Talk with Mike Burke, and thank you so much.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, man.